Yo, what's up, guys? I know it's been a minute since I've done one of these, but we're coming back with another gameplay review. This one is going to be a Leatherface on Gas Heaven. It's pretty good. There's a lot of mistakes. There's a lot of things done right. And there's even some funny moments here and there. So let's hop right in and check it out. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's hop right into this. This is a game, and it is at rank 2. Rank 2/rank 1. I mean, they're all pretty much the same once you get up there in red rank. So it's rank 2. This is a Leatherface game, and it is on Gas Heaven, which is one of like the hardest maps. It's also during the Halloween event, which was a while back. I'm trying to catch up on all these recordings I got sent, so be ready for these recordings to be from like, you know, maybe like a couple weeks before I post videos to YouTube. But you know, whatever. This is from the Halloween event. You're playing Leatherface. It's on PC. You have carburetor tuning guide and the beast marks, which is carburetor tuning guide gives you a little bit of everything, and the beast marks speeds up your top speed while you're chainsawing. You're an LF, which is already your first mistake. Like I can tell you right now, like before this match even starts, before we even get started, I'm gonna tell you your first mistake, and that's that you picked LF. All right, like play Billy, you know, but I digress because I don't want to judge people, and you know, you can play whatever you want, right? Maybe you're a huge fan of Leatherface from the movies, or maybe you just really like, I don't know, camp people or something. I don't know. But generally, Leatherface is just like a worse Billy. Like the only thing he really does better than Billy is camp people, you know? Like, it's easier to land his chainsaw, but assuming you're able to not miss his Billy, it's almost always better to play Billy. But you know what? I don't want to rant too much about this. This can be another conversation for another day if you guys want. Point is, okay, you're playing LF. It looks like you might get a hit here, which is nice. I'm going to talk about your build real quick. Barbecue and chili, really good. Whispers, really good. Looks like you don't have a surplus of perks because you have Sloppy Butcher 1 and Hunter's Lullaby 2. Sloppy Butcher is not bad. I mean, it'll definitely slow the game down a little by, you know, making people heal more because of the mangled. Although I don't think it affects your chainsaw as LF, so it's only going to be if you're M1ing people. If you get chainsaws, they won't get affected, so that's kind of weird. And then Lullaby is like, I guess, your slowdown perk, but even that's like pretty unreliable. But we'll see how it goes. If you can get a lot of stacks of Lullaby, it can actually be pretty good. Either way, let's get in here. You run up on this gen. That was a stupid pallet throw by that Claudette. She didn't have to throw that at all. But either way, you run up, you get a hit. Dude vaulted to the left. See, this is where, like, just gonna throw out the possibility, okay? You have Sloppy Butcher. You have won this guy. This is, oh, I don't know if this is after the patch or not. Is this after the mid-chapter patch? I don't know. I'm not sure whether this is after or before the mid-chapter patch, whenever healing took longer. But even if it's not, even if this is old heals that were, like, slightly faster, this guy is going to take a while to heal because you just hit him with mangled, right? So you could chase that guy on the left. You know, he was also at T-walls, keep in mind. T-walls are pretty fucking weak, dude. I don't know what was past these T-walls, but this structure right here, T-walls, is pretty playable, right? You could have left this guy alone and chased him because this guy was going to go self-care. You know what I mean? He's practically out of the game for the next, like, 30 to 40 seconds because he's going to be self-caring with mangled, you know? But, you know, and that actually worked. Except you whiffed. What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck am I looking at? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. First off, I can't believe this worked. She's kind of a potato here. Like, how does she not see? Like, either way, I mean, that was a super good vault, I guess. And I also don't know how this missed. I need to get, like, can I slow down? I don't think I could slow down the thing. But, yeah, that was a weird miss. You were, like, kind of all over. I mean, she is a Prestige 3 Claudette. They're practically fucking invisible half the time. Anyway, you don't get the hit. She makes it to the pallet. You chainsaw it. You're going to chase her around here. Ooh, you respected the pallet, dude. You don't want to respect pallets, man. I was kind of worried about how this was going to play out because you're Leatherface. And I'm about to be really judgmental, but it seems like most LFs seem to play the same, and they all make the same, like, pallet mistakes, you know? Like, bowl through this pallet, man. There's no reason why you need to be, like, going around the outside here. Just fucking bowl right through that shit. You bowl right through that shit, you get a hit right here. She didn't drop it. And if she does drop it, you eat a stun, and the stun's not really that big of a deal, you know? You're not running enduring, which, you know, and running enduring is nice, but even without enduring, it's not that big of a stun, you know? You eat like a 2-second, or not even a 2-second stun. You eat like a 1-second stun and then you're right back into the chase, you know? Instead, you get punished for respecting it. See, even right there, like, okay, this person didn't punish you. But this is, again, another mistake I see all the time. Again, right here, you pulled out your chainsaw here. This is the same thing I see every LF doing, man. Like right here, if she notices that you pull out your chainsaw and she just doesn't drop the pallet and loops again, she could loop you again, you know? Like, this is pretty much pallet respect as well, you know? It's not quite the same as, like, going around before the pallets drop like you did before, but it's basically the same thing, you know? If you guys don't know what I mean by respecting the pallet, by the way, if you guys haven't caught on, respecting the pallet means that you stop to avoid the stun, or you back up, or you basically anticipate the pallet drop and play around that, right? Where you can get punished if you do that. Like right here, you could have been punished. Luckily, she just throws the pallet anyway. You get a fast break. So in this particular instance, it ended up being the right play. But you have to be careful with that. You can get punished hard by that. Very hard. Just as a heads up. I mean, I'm sure if she punished you for it, you would probably then change your play halfway through the game. At least I would hope so. I would hope that you would change your play halfway through the game. Either way, they broke your lullaby at some point. I didn't even notice them breaking it. You get your first hook. There's a guy charging right at you, dude. He is... no, never mind. He's going the other way. Okay, you get your first hook. There's... kind of weird that you spent, like... the 4 seconds of barbecue, like, dicking around. Like, I don't really... like, why'd you do that? Like, as soon as you hook this guy, you should have been, like, beelining right to... like, this guy is, like, sort of running, like, not really right at you, but sort of your way. And you can see his aura for 4 seconds. If you run his way, you can see exactly where he's going for 4 seconds. By the time the 4 seconds is up, you're pretty close. You should be able to find this guy, like, immediately. And you can see, like, I think all 3 auras, right? Well, I can see at least 2. So, like, instead, you're, like... you go around the outside, and then you, like, come in and kick this gen that's, like, barely worked on anyway. Like, this gen is, like, tapped for, like, a second. Like, this is pretty much a waste of time kicking it, really. It was worked on for, like, 2 seconds. And now you have no idea where the guy is, you know? Like, you could have had an easy chase here. I mean, you might find him anyway. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But that could have been an easy chase, you know? Keep in mind that the faster that you're finding people and chasing them, the better the pressure, you know? That's a big reason why people like Wraith are actually semi-okay sometimes, because Wraith is really good at finding people, right? If you're always chasing somebody, that person being chased is pressured. You know, you want to have pressure on as many people as possible. Right now, the only person that's pressured is the guy on the hook, and then at least one teammate to come save him, you know? So there's like, hypothetically, 2 people are totally fine here. If you chase somebody, that makes 3, because the person being chased would also be pressured. But you're looking around for him. You can't find him. You find somebody. All right, he's going up on this hill. He's probably got bounce landing, I would assume, with the way he's playing this. Yep, bounce landing. Bolts on up out of here. Running over to the pallet. There is no pallet. Just kidding. Get shit on, Dwight. Oh, there's one there, though. And one of them. Yeah, buddy. And he wastes the pallet. It's really good for you. Really bad for him. That's fair. You probably could have tested that guy to see how he played that pallet before you just broke it. But, I mean, it's also fair to just break it. I mean, you're just getting rid of pallets at this point. Oh, we should have a hit here as long as you don't fuck it up. Nice, 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 nice. Nice. You get him down at Shack. Very nice, very nice. You can grab him. Not worried about flashlights? Was there flashlights going into this game? I don't know. You got to be careful picking up like that. Like, this is another thing that's really tiny, and it's not a huge deal, but I feel the need to throw it out there anyway. I don't know if there was any flashlights in here. Actually, I do know. Now that I think about it, I remember I looked at the endgame screen to see what rank you were, and I remember there was 1, if not 2 flashlights. So actually, that makes this even more relevant now that I think about it. Real little thing, okay? But it's something that's good to get in the habit of, right? Even if you don't know if anybody has a flashlight, it's still good to do this just in case, because it literally takes half a second. Right here, when you go to pick this guy up, you face, like, out. Like, at the doorway. You're literally, like, facing the doorway. If there's anybody with a flashlight at that doorway, you're basically like, here are my eyeballs. Please blind me and save this guy, you know? Like, you can't, like, all you gotta do is 180 and face the wall behind you. There's a wall right behind you. You do a little 180 before you hit spacebar. It takes half a second. you're completely like immune to flashlight saves. Even if there's somebody nearby with a flashlight, they won't get you, you know? Like, you didn't get flashlight saved here, but I just wanted to throw that out there for a bit of advice. Like, when I play killer, regardless of whether someone has a flashlight or not, regardless of whatever the situation's going on, if there's a wall beside the guy that I downed, I'm going to pick that guy up facing the wall, you know? Because you never know. Someone might find one in a chest, or, you know, they might just have one and be looking for it. By the way, no big deal. You didn't get punished here, so I'm just kind of rambling at this point. When you hooked him, did you see anybody on barbecue? There's a guy over there. So, like... So, like, what's your plan here? Like, you hook this guy and you see only one dude on barbecue. And I guess because you only see one guy on barbecue, you're like, oh, there must be two people here. Better patrol it? Like, was that you trying to bait the unhook? Because you, like, backed up just enough that you were, like, out of heartbeat range and then came back? Were you trying to, like, bait an unhook? It looks like you were. It looks like you thought they were, like, about to get the unhook the second you walked away. I mean, I guess it's kind of working. There's a guy right here. Should be able to get a hit here. Wow, maybe a chainsaw. What's he doing? Why did he not go to Shack? Oh, wait, there's a pallet here. Never mind. That's right. You never broke this. Never mind. Okay, so you get a hit. Chasing him away. Gens are popping like crazy. Good, though, that you got in this chase. You could have got a hit there, man. You could have got a hit there. Shit. I was about to get pumped that you caught this guy so fast. Right here, dude. Hold W. Hold W and swing at this window. There's like a slight chance that he like takes the perfect angle to get a fast vault. But right here, you hold W, especially with the way he does this. He like does a little like out and then in. You would have got a hit there. If you would have like really held W, you probably would have got a hit there. Regardless, you hit him right now anyway, so never mind. Fulkin dead hard. Down he goes. They're down to one gen left. Yikes, dude. Yikes. Playing without Hex Ruin is like, especially on a hard map like this, playing as Hex Ruin on a killer like LF who's not that strong is a fucking yikes, dude. They got those gens done so fast. Anyway, I'm glad that you did this the way you did it, because this is how you should be playing it. You should be, the second you get hooks and you see auras on barbecue and chili, especially if they're semi-close, you know what I mean? Like if they're like 50-ish, 60-ish meters away, like you can get right on that shit. Just bolt right over to them. There you go. You're down the Dwight again. That's going to be his second hook. You can throw him on. You're only one Halloween hook away from filling up your vial, which is, you know, unrelated, but, you know, you can get your skin, my dude. Chuck this guy on the nearest hook. All three of them are there. Okay. I just want to give you a shout out, by the way, that you're not hard camping with LF. Gotta give you credit for that, man. Gotta give you credit for that. Although that makes me wonder even more why you're not playing Billy. For the record. I'm going to discuss that at the end of the video, but... Nice hit on the way into the pallet. Nice, nice, nice. She even got her to throw God pallet. That's like one of the strongest pallets in the game, and she just wasted it. Oh, as soon as I say that, you're beelining back to the hook. Oh, man. Why did I have to open my mouth? Fuck. You know, that actually worked pretty good. There's somebody right there. Why didn't you chainsaw that guy? Wait, what? Wow, it worked out anyway because he played that pallet terribly. Okay, you could have chainsawed that guy. Yeah, there's that pallet behind you, but if you're worried about that, you can just back up and body block it with your body. That way he can't get past you. You could have chainsawed this guy easily. Hypothetically, if this guy didn't, like, totally fuck this up, you wouldn't have got him down, right? But you did the nice trick. I love this trick. This is a classic trick where you look away and make it look like, you know, you're, like, gonna leave or go do something else. And then you're like, psych nerd, blow, and you swing back at the pallet, you know? And sometimes they can't react fast enough because they think you're doing something else. And then you're like, surprise, bitch, I'm actually here swinging at the pallet. So that was a really good play. Good job. That was like a classic killer mind game right there. You get him down. This was a good opportunity to slug. Just for the record, if we're really talking like how to get 4Ks here, this Dwight right there with the yellow shirt is dead on hook, man. That guy is dead on hook. So like right here, you see him running like that. I know it's kind of blurry, okay? Like the quality kind of isn't the greatest, but that's him right there. That little blot, you see him running? That was him. That was the Dwight. You could have slugged here, chased down that guy. He would have been dead on hook. Somebody would have had to come heal this guy, so that's another guy off gens. You would have had a death. You know, it might not be very fun for that Dwight because the poor guy kind of got tunneled. So unless you're just like being polite, in which case that's fine too. But yeah, you kind of like let him get across the map. He was dead on hook too, so you could have got him out. And having that one person out of the game helps a lot. But anyway, you get that hook. You're coming over to defend the gens. This is fine play as well, to be honest. You're gonna break this god pallet real quick. Pretty good move while you're here. You might as well break the pallet. Oh shit, there's a Claudette there. Nice hit. All right. You're playing this really well, man. I'm gonna be honest. You're generally pretty good play. Like, there's only minor mistakes, like super minor mistakes. There you go, dude. There you go. See, I don't know why you were respecting pallets in the beginning, man. This is how you play right here, dude. You don't give a fuck about the pallets. Just swing right through them, man. That was good shit. Good job, man. Good job. See, that's good. That's good pallet play, dude. You shouldn't be like worrying about pallet stuns and shit. I was kind of worried at first because of the way you were playing, but this is turning around. You even got your vial, so poggers. You're gonna head over here. This should be a down too, right? Oh, that pallet's still there. What's he doing? Oh my god, this. All right, that Claudette literally throwing. She has DS, so you're gonna leave her on the ground, which is fair. The gates are open. You seem kind of indecisive. Like, you want to patrol the gates, but you also want to get this hook. But you also want to like. You seem really indecisive, which I guess is fair, because what do you do here? Nice. You happen to come right over. Chainsaw. You totally could have chainsawed there. Damn, dude. Yo, why are you... I'm so confused. Why are you playing LF? If, like, even on the opportunities where LF can do LF things, you don't do LF things. Like, this right here is the only reason why you'd ever play LF over Billy. Is because of exact situations like this. Where you're coming back to the hook. This guy's got to unhook in your face. Like, you're pretty close, right? Like, this is enough distance that if you started chainsawing right now, the unhook animation takes a minute, man. Like, I don't know if maybe you, like, overestimated how fast it is or something, but the unhook animation takes a minute, dude. Like, you would have got there. You 100% would have got there. If you would have started revving your chainsaw right now, and then just released it when you got there, you would have had 2 downs. It would have been like, right now, you probably would have been releasing your chainsaw, even though you would have been a couple steps behind, and you would have been able to easily bowl through them. Yeah, that's weird, dude. That was a perfect LF opportunity there. The perfect, yeah. The perfect opportunity. I was trying to think of a pun, but I couldn't come up with one. All right, she dead hard. You get it down. You got 3 downs anyway. Hypothetically, right here, okay? This is a situation where... You know what? I'm gonna see how you play this out. Actually, before I say what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let you play this out. Let's see how this goes. You're gonna hook this guy. Okay, this is a good opportunity to end the fucking game right now. Anytime you have 3 slugs, or I shouldn't say 3 slugs. Anytime everybody's slugged except for one person is what I'll say. Like, if there's only 3 people left and you have 2 people slugged, basically, if there's only one guy up and everyone else is either slugged or hooked. It's a really good opportunity to end the game right there, you know? If you can manage to catch this guy, if you can manage to see this dude, this very last guy, whoever he is, if you could just see him on the map and chase him, literally game over, man. Like, game over. He can't pick anyone up as long as you're chasing him, and if he does, you could just put him right back down. And yeah, you basically... I mean, the exit gates are powered, so he could just leave, but it would guarantee a 3K. So it might be a good idea to go back to the first guy, the very, very first guy that you downed, the obsession. Like, go back over that area. Oh, it looks like you are, too. To see if you can catch this guy out, you know? Because if you can see this guy, it's GG. And that's what you're doing. Okay, that's what you're doing. Never mind. I thought you weren't doing this, but you are doing this. But it's also important to know to not over... Nice. See? Oh, he got out. Damn. He got out. Okay. Yeah, see, that was a good opportunity. You tried for it. Good try. It was a good try. That was definitely a good opportunity, though, for sure. You got to be careful when doing that, though. Keep in mind, because if you do take too long to find him, like, say if he was hiding over there by, like, the last 2 people you downed, and if you happen to just take too long looking for him, he can pick up both those dudes, and then you end up losing out, you know? But it's definitely good to briefly look. I guess you're not picking that guy up because of Decisive Strike? I would have, like, looked around for a hook and tried to juggle that guy, I think. You can't really afford to get DS because the exit gates are open. I mean, I'm going to skip ahead until you get to the DS guy. We already know what's going to happen here. You're going to hook that guy. You're going to find this guy and hook him. How do you handle the DS guy? Do you juggle him? Does he get out? What goes on here? Here we are. The Leatherface and the Decisive Strike Claudette. I think they wrote a... Okay, she's crawling to you. Okay, what am I looking at? Is she gonna crawl to the exit? Is there a hook right here? I would say like find a hook. Like there's a hook right there. There's a hook in this jungle gym. I would say wait until she gets like right around here. And then pick her up and juggle her to the hook. You might even be able to get her from there, honestly. That might be a far enough juggle. Oh, you're eyeing it up. I see you eyeing it up. I saw that. I saw that. I don't know if you were eyeing up the hook or the exit, but you're like, that's a juicy hook right there. There's a juicy hook. That would be a good hook for this Claudette, wouldn't it? Yeah, Claudette. Hook. Hook. Claudette. Hook. Claudette. I don't know. I don't know. I mean... really, you could just let her bleed out, too, I guess, if you really wanted. Like, if you really care about this kill, you could just let her bleed, which looks like what you're doing, I guess. I don't know. If she tries to go anywhere near the door, you can juggle her to the hook. You might have already been able to juggle her to the hook, to be honest. I don't have a lot of experience juggling, I'll be honest, because I am one to just eat the DS a lot of the time. You're going to cut down trees while 360ing? Is she crawling way around this hook to try to avoid getting juggled? Is that what just happened? Did she crawl way around the outside to try to avoid being juggled so that she can get out? The fuck? I don't know if this was you trying to juggle and it just kind of like the DS popped up too fast, because this has happened to me before too. Sometimes I try to juggle and I like overestimate how long it takes to get a DS skill check. Like you might have been hitting R right here. But unlucky, she gets the DS off. She didn't teabag you, so, you know, you can count that as a win. But, hey, what are you going to do? 2 kills. Hey, man, you played this match great. I don't know what to tell you. You played this match great. You got 2 kills. These were, like, rank 1 survivors on a very hard map. This was a very tough map, too. Like, fastest DS ever. Okay, so you were trying to juggle him. Okay. So you were trying to juggle him and you didn't get it because yeah, okay. That same mistake has happened to me many times. Where like you kind of guess when they're gonna DS, but then you don't, like you're not actually sure when the like if the skill check pops up earlier rather than later, you might like overestimate it. So yeah, I mean good game. There was one flashlight, by the way, so that flashlight comment I made earlier is kind of holds true. But yeah, man, you played this really good. The one thing I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if maybe you just don't have people leveled or something. Your Cannibal's Prestige 2. Wow, he's only level 38. The fact that you have Whispers 3 and Barbecue 3 at level 38 is pretty fucking sick. Just gonna throw it out there, man. You should try Billy. Like, you should definitely try Hillbilly. For the record, okay, I'm gonna talk briefly about the differences between LF and Billy, right? Like, Billy's ability, Billy has massive mobility with his chainsaw, right? LF does not. Billy can use his chainsaw. When he uses his chainsaw, he goes forward really quickly. LF does not. He slowly goes forward. Like, Billy has so much more use for his chainsaw, like, in a chase. He has so many more, like, zoning things you can do with his chainsaw. There's so many more things that you can do with Billy in a chase that can help you catch people, as well as just the added mobility of him. That makes him so much better, like, in a chase than LF, like, by miles. The only thing that LF is really better at is, first off, if you miss your chainsaws all the time with Billy, in which case you should just practice. Like, you shouldn't just give up and play LF. You should practice. Really, the only thing that LF is better at is situations where there's multiple people, so you can chainsaw multiple people at once, right? Which, if we're being honest, really the only time that happens is, you know, around hooks. Whether you're like camping the hooks or whether you just happen, like for instance, the situation you got in this one game or during this game right here, like this was a perfect example. This is like one of the only instances around hook play where LF is better than Billy, right? Right here as Billy, you can only do what you did as Billy, right? Like your play is the best play. As LF, this is the one place where you have the advantage, right? You can rev your chainsaw coming up to this, get both of them down at the same time, like a snap of your finger, they're both down. You did down the second guy pretty quickly anyway, but regardless, like it's like the only benefit that LF has over Billy, you don't even take advantage of, you know? Like you don't even take advantage of the only benefit that he has. I feel like, and you play really well. Just gonna throw it out there. You play really well. Like, you don't really play like a typical LF player that I run into. Wow, that's really mean. I'm sorry, LF players. I'm sorry. Like your pallet play is great, you know? Like at the very beginning, you had me worried with the very like beginning pallets, like how you were kind of respecting them and stuff, and how you like pre-chainsawed it or whatever. But generally, like, aside from this very first, like, little thing, which might have just been, like, a, you know, weird fluke, you know, I don't know. Maybe you're mixing up your play style. I don't know. Generally speaking, like, you play really well. I feel like you can probably hop on Billy and with a little bit of practice, be a pretty damn good Billy player. And I can tell you right now, a good Billy player is way more terrifying than a good LF player. But I don't know, man. This is a pretty good review. I mean, you played well. Really the reason why you didn't get a 4K here is basically just because it was on Gas Heaven and you didn't have Ruin, and you're playing, in my opinion, LF is one of, if not the worst killers. You know, I could honestly make an argument for Freddy being better, I think. Although he's probably better than Freddy because he can one-shot down, but I could probably make an argument that Freddy could be better than LF. He's pretty bad, to be honest, against good survivors that, like, know how to, like, not get chainsawed, right? Because, yeah. So, that being said, like, hop on Billy. Even regardless, you played this super well. Gas Heaven against, like, rank 1 survivors. This was a really good match. The only reason you're in 4K is because of the Decisive Strike, unfortunate stuff, as well as the fact that the bad map plus bad perks. If you had Hex Ruin instead of, like, Lullaby, or even, like, just better perks instead of Sloppy, you probably would have been okay. But yeah, man, thank you for submitting the footage. It was a good review. I enjoyed it. It was fun seeing a good Leatherface play. And thank you, man. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Remember that you guys can submit footage yourself by joining the Discord that is linked below in the information section. You guys can send me a DM with your footage that is uploaded to YouTube as unlisted. And make sure that the gameplay is a bad game and not like a 4K or something. And make sure that the video quality is good, and that's all that I ask. And yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you like the content. And I hope to see you guys next time. I'll see you later, guys. I'll see you.